Hello and welcome to the Storytelling for the Soul podcast. I'm your host, Sarah Kanata, and this is the place we talk about all things expressive writing and other creative techniques, all with a little bit of Buffy the Vampire Slayer thrown in. Buckle up and enjoy. Hello and welcome back to another Storytelling for the Soul podcast episode. My name is Sarah Kanata. I am your host. Today I'm coming to you from Melbourne, which it's being its typical self. It's 11 a.m. I've been up since 3 a.m. I'm currently going through a bit of an insane bout of insomnia. It happens to me every now and again, and if you're someone who follows astrology and people who talk about planets and energy, you will know that I am recording this on the 28th of July, 2024, and everyone is talking about all the insane energy at the moment. So I'm putting it down to that. I really hope it subsides because even though it's only 11 a.m., I feel like I've lived my entire day already, which in a way is great because I've done everything I had to do for today, so I can just basically chill for the rest of the day. But I wanted to quickly jump on and talk about a very simple concept, which is not my own. It's one of my mentors. He speaks about this a lot, and it's a very simple concept. It is basically not everything that happens to you is your fault, but everything is your responsibility. And I really resonate with this, and I think most of us probably can, because we've all had experiences that we perceive, and not just perception, but actually are negative, traumatic, regardless of how great or how challenging our childhood is or was. We all go through things in life. Life happens. It's very much an ebb and a flow. Life can get real messy sometimes. We all have experiences that are challenging and test us to the core of who we actually are. But this practice, this concept is so powerful because if you think about it, we all have so many things in life that are not our fault. 100% they're not our fault. We had nothing to do with them. I know people, especially in the spiritual space, speak a lot about us choosing certain things in our lives. And I think that that's a bit of a step too far for the average person, because you often reflect and look back upon particularly the very negative experiences and think, why on earth would I choose that? So I really want to focus on the second half of the concept, which is that everything is our responsibility. And I think that this is 100% true, because we can't spend our lifetimes finger pointing and marinating in the past. At a certain point, you have to make a choice to move forward. Whether moving forward means changing your lifestyle dramatically, your environment dramatically, whether it means having the courage to journal, having the courage to seek therapy or some other kind of support. At a certain point, you have to make the decision that you can't just stand still and almost be frozen by what's happened. You have to choose to move forward. And look, you don't have to, I guess, but in order to move forward and to become the best version of yourself that you're destined to be, there is an element of healing that basically everyone has to do. I truly believe that, because life is no walk in the park for anyone. Even the people who, from the outside looking in, seem as though they've got everything. There will be things there beneath the surface that you or I can't see that are very challenging to them. So I'm going to keep this episode short and sharp because I want it to be more thought-provoking than providing you with any answers, because I can't have the answers for you with this as you listen. But I hope at the very least, by listening to this, you'll make a decision to move forward, and whatever moving forward looks like to you. Because at the end of the day, so many of us, and I'm so guilty of this. I'm not saying this from a judgmental perspective, so many of us spend the majority of our lives in either the past or the future. And that inevitably leads to anxiety, depression, a whole host of problems. But if we look at reality, all we have is now. All you have is now. All I have is now as I am talking on this podcast. And now is where we can make change. I'm going to leave it there. If you're interested in learning more about my work, expressive writing, creative techniques, and more, head over to my website, sarahkanata.com. Don't worry about the spelling. I'll pop it in the show notes. You are always very welcome to reach out to me via email as well, info@sarahkanata.com. Until next episode, thank you and bye-bye.